All right, welcome back to Better Kansas City. Now, it's a situation we all have to deal with, and it can be hard to know what to do or what to say in the moment. Well, Janis Kliethermes at Etiquette Kansas City is here to help us through an experience you say is one of the top things people ask you about, is unfortunately, you know, we have to go to funerals. I mean, death is part of the life,
Right.
you know, and everybody goes through it, and it can always be awkward sometimes to know what to say because you want to convey your condolences, but you don't want to kind of go overboard in a way. So just to start off with, in your mind, what are the rules for attending, you know, a visitation and a funeral, and how should you go about, you know, doing it, I guess, in the way that you...
Right. It's not a pleasant subject,
Yeah.
but like you said, we're all going to experience it. And the thing is we have good intentions, but sometimes we can say insensitive or do insensitive things.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, a visitation is pretty much what it says. The visit, it's a chance to go visit with the family, spend some time with them, and then you have the funeral, which is more structured and typically the next day. So if you can attend both, you should. If you can only attend one, great, do it, because you're there to support the family is what you're doing.
Now, one of the things that I've always think about is, you know, when you go to the visitation, there's always a quick moment where you visit with family and friends. Do you have a suggestion of what you can say, like, when you go into those things? And I mean, what should we, because you don't want to be the one that says, like, oh, let me know what I can do to help, or all that kind of things. Can you be genuine without overextending yourself? Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And the thing is, you don't want to occupy all their time. So if there's a little receiving line or something, keep it short. It's, you know, they've got a lot of people to go through. It's very overwhelming. So you want to, don't just say, hey, let me know what I can do. Be more specific, because they're overwhelmed as it is right now. So say, hey, I can make a trip to the airport for you to take some of the relatives back, or let me mow your grass, or scoop your snow, or...
So be specific about that, that ask.
Your intention.
And then when you're there, there's a guest book usually that you can sign. Is it important to sign that?
It is. And if you attend both the visitation and the funeral, sign it and put your last name. Not everybody, every family member will know who you are. And I can't believe I even have to say this, but leave your cell phone in your car.
Yes.
I've attended funerals where not only somebody's phone rings during the service, but they answer it. And I'm just going, what are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about? Yeah. So, of course, a common thing a lot of, you know, businesses will do, or people will do, is send flowers to folks who are grieving. Is that something we should always be doing, is sending flowers, or another type of gift like that?
Well, you know, every religion and culture has their funeral traditions. So when in doubt, get online, do your homework, and it may say send flowers to this place, or it may say in lieu of flowers, we're asking people to make a donation to a particular charity that might have been close and dear to their heart.
Yeah.
But if you don't do anything, at least send a card. And within 4 weeks, send a card to the family members giving your condolences.
Okay, and I think attire is a big thing as well. I mean, you don't want to show up necessarily to a visitation or anything in shorts and a t-shirt, unless maybe that was the request of, of the person that passed away.
Yes, and so typically black is still standard, but it doesn't have to be black, but a dark color, gray or navy. But sometimes I've been to funerals where they say, you know, blue was her favorite color. We want everyone in blue.
Yeah.
Or he was always in the islands, so everyone wear Hawaiian shirts. So, you know, you want to respect their wishes and be humble about it.
Sure. You know, it is such a tough subject to talk about, but I think you have some great points there, and we sure appreciate you steering us in the right direction to make those. And it's going to be a tough time anyway, but I think with those tips, it really helps point people in the right direction.
Thank you.
Well, Janis, thank you very much for being here today. We do appreciate it.